4 goals, 4 different goal scorers, clean sheet in an away game in the Champions League. Thank you very much. What's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well today. I really do hope that. Welcome to your match review of Chelsea 4, Krasnodar 0 in the Champions League. Now, this draw doesn't really tell the full story of their scoreline. Maybe it flattered Chelsea a bit, but maybe it didn't, because when Chelsea got going like the team they can be, yes, they were probably good for 4 goals, if not more. Their quality shone, but it did take a tactical change from Frank Lampard, bringing on new players and changing the shape for this to happen. Sevilla and Rennes are yet to play at time of recording, so we don't know what's going to happen by the end of this game week in Group E, but Chelsea have now got 4 points, very good point ultimately against Sevilla, but ultimately we all wanted them to put Krasnodar to the sword, even if it was away, and there were away fans in the stadium, so you know there was thousands of players backing the Krasnodar players, thousands of fans backing the Krasnodar players, giving the Chelsea players a load of grief, but you know, we weren't affected by that, thankfully, and we move 4 different goal scorers. I'm going to talk about the game and individual player performances in today's match review. Over 99,000 subscribers now on Football Therapy. Just breathe that in, 99,000, that's incredible. It feels like such a fast and quick journey I've been on YouTube, man, so thank you for everyone who subscribed, and do consider subscribing if you haven't already done so, because it's daily Chelsea content here on Football Therapy and you might like it, mate. So hit that bell notifications icon if you do choose to sub, and if you loved all 4 goal scorers getting on the score sheet today, drop a like on the video. Thank you very much. Alright then, let's get into it. So, Chelsea were playing away in Russia in Group E in the Champions League against Krasnodar, a team that are only 12 years old, but they've actually had a meteoric rise through professional football and now playing in the Champions League. So, you know, they deserve some credit, but they were out a few players, and Chelsea were very much expected to win this game, and at times it was a frustrating affair. Let's check out the Who Scored graphic to see the match statistics and players from this game. Frank Lampard started this game playing a 4-2-3-1. He put Mendy in goal, Ben Chilwell at left back, Azpilicueta at right back, while forward might be Reece James, and the centre-back partnership consisted of Zuma and Rudiger, as I predicted as well. I thought Kovacic and Jorginho might start in the midfield pivot, which they did. I thought they might be starting behind Kai Havertz, which they did. Pulisic didn't start there. It was Callum Hudson-Odoi on the left, which loads of Chelsea fans would love to see, and on the right it was Hakim Ziyech, same with big Timmy Werner up front. Now, this game wasn't a classic for a long period. Certainly the first half was very frustrating. The Chelsea were 1-0 up through a Callum Hudson-Odoi goal, but ultimately it was a goalkeeping sort of howler, but I don't care. It's a first Champions League goal for Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I'm very happy. And even if his finish wasn't great, the link-up play towards that goal was excellent. I think both Werner and Havertz, or might have been Ziyech and Havertz to Hudson-Odoi, it was great combinational offensive play, even if the finish wasn't great, but it went in. So a goal. Chelsea go into the break, 1-0 up, and it's still frustrating because we feel like we're not really imposing ourselves on the opposition at this point, an inferior opposition. I think also there's like a Saving Private Ryan moment in our box where everyone's scrambling on top of each other, and Mendy actually has a really good moment of sort of bravery, and he sort of keeps relatively calm and always tries to claim the ball in the box. But we'll talk about player performances in just a moment. So the second half starts, and the beginning stages of the second half, Krasnodar are actually looking pretty good. They're going for it. It's a Champions League night at home. They've got their fans there. They look like they're going to pose Chelsea problems and ask questions of us, and it's frustrating. Frank Lampard changes the system though. He takes off Kovacic and Jorginho and brings on Mason Mount and N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante sits by himself, and both Havertz and Mason Mount play the attacking eights. Chelsea are now in a 4-3-3 formation, and from here on out it gets so much better, and Chelsea actually look like themselves. So you can critique Frank for playing this 4-2-3-1, which works at times and it doesn't, but at the same time you need to praise him when he makes changes. A lot of coaches stay to their dogmatic style even when it's not working, especially if they're like 1-0 ahead. Frank Lampard saw there was problems here, so he made the changes. Chelsea get a 4-3-3, and the game switches on its head completely, and we start looking like the team we're supposed to be against this opposition. Chelsea win another penalty. Christian Pulisic hits it against an opposition player's hand. This time, Timo Werner's on the pitch, and he rifles it in to make it 2-0 for Chelsea. At this point, we're all going, oh, okay, now play more. And Chelsea do play more. They play better, they express themselves better. The formation suits the game so much better now at this point. And we see a couple more goals. We see a lovely goal from Hakim Ziyech. We see a lovely goal from Christian Pulisic. And the football's so much better. Chelsea are combining better, looking a lot better. And ultimately, it's a really good result. You know, it's +4 goal difference on in the group now on the table. You know, 4 points after 2 games. It's looking pretty decent. When the switch was made, tactically, Chelsea could have got more goals as well. Good combinational play, and ultimately a superb result. A clean sheet, 4 different goal scorers from our attackers. And yes, did Chelsea ride their luck at times? I think the crossbar was hit. I think they didn't play that well in a couple of large spells of the game. But that's not because they were bad, it's because I don't think they were set up well. But, you know, I can critique Frank. Maybe Frank doesn't know much about Krasnodar and he didn't do enough of his due diligence. But the change of shape, you know, Chelsea put them to the sword at the end. And that's all we can really ask for. So let's talk about player performances. Mendy in goal, imperious. I love this guy, man, more and more. You know, even when it seems frantic, he's confident, he's not panicking. Frantic's fine, but it's not panic. You know, he can make saves, you can claim every single ball that's in the air, which is just absolutely amazing for a Chelsea fan after recent goalkeepers. And generally, he's excellent. Ben Chilwell, I think both fullbacks and Azpilicueta and Ben Chilwell weren't being optimally used in this game, or I think the player performances weren't that great. And again, I'm going to put that down to the incorrect shape for this game, but I think they did alright. I actually think both the centre-backs were pretty good. I think Rudiger and Zuma were alright. Zuma took a big hit, I think, at one point, but he ended up being okay after getting some treatment. And I think the centre-halves were pretty good, to be honest. Jorginho missed the penalty, and to be honest, I thought Jorginho was actually playing alright at some point in the game. I was tweeting out, but that sort of pivot of Kovacic and Jorginho, although they can play together quite well in terms of combining, it's not really what we needed to beat the opposition, so I don't think they were particularly great. I actually think Kai Havertz was pretty good in this game. He's been frustrating me lately, but his combinational play was much better. I saw him make a beautiful slide tackle, won it completely cleanly, and also took the opposition player out and rattled him a little bit, which is lovely to see. I think he's growing more and more, and he looks, you know, like he was good to go all match. He wasn't getting knackered. So I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below, but I think Kai was pretty good. Timo Werner, relatively anonymous in the first half, obviously scored a great penalty, and as Chelsea got better in the offensive phases of play later, he got more involved, and I think he actually looked pretty good in the end, Timo Werner, so I'm happy. Callum Hudson-Odoi started the game very shaky. He needed to settle down, but I think the goal did him a world of good, and ultimately we'll look at Callum scoring the opener, and that's like the insurance goal, so pretty good, really. Ziyech was pretty good, man, when he got going as well. You saw how he can be magnificent. I think he must have popped 3 shots on target just from Hakim Ziyech or something. Did some great combinational play. Maybe our best attacking player, in my opinion. Maybe. Substitute appearances from Mount, it didn't really, you know, he did alright, ran around, really, it was for a system change. Same with Tammy, I think Tammy got an assist. Pulisic coming on, got a goal. Pulisic's looking better and better. I'm very happy. Superb. Emerson came on, didn't really do anything. Do you know what I mean? But like, whatever, he did fine. But there's a few basically attacking players, they grew into the game, and when the shape changed, they just looked so much better. I'm really keen on getting your thoughts on how you thought the game went, man, and your feelings on it as well. Get down into the comment section below and express yourselves. The 4-3-3 seemed better, didn't it? Let me know what you think about the formations and the player performances, and how you feel Chelsea are going to be moving forwards in this Champions League group, man. If you've enjoyed the video, please do drop a like, it does help me out a lot. Feel free to subscribe if you want to and help me get to that 100k mark. We're so close now. Guys, amazing. Also, I'm being very, I'll try and say that again, I'm being very active on Instagram at the moment, trying to post all the time, so do come follow me on Instagram at FootballYannick. Oh, that's it from me though. Enjoy the football, you lot. 4-0, Champions League, lovely scenes. I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double, silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.